Fun fact, D&D 5e is kind of broken in favor of the players. In my campaign of Fear and Fools, which is going to be uploaded as a podcast, so you should check it out, a group of mid-level characters just beat a kraken. Yes, the CR23 monster, superseded only by some ancient dragons, and the gosh darn Tarrasque was just killed by a few level 10s. If you're here, I'm guessing that you've come across this issue as well. Well, I'm here to show you how to challenge your players and raise the stakes of any fight you put them in. Spoiler, it's all about using the player's strengths against them. This video was suggested by a comment last week, so make sure to leave your suggestions in the comments below. I'll make sure to add them to the list, and subscribe if you're new. I upload every Wednesday, and you do not want to miss out on these fantastic D&D tips in the future. If, like me, you have parties of more than 3 or 4 people, you've probably noticed that insanely powerful monsters are not that intimidating to a mid to high level party. Many DMs counteract this by giving their monsters more HP. While this isn't necessarily a bad idea, it doesn't really add anything to the battle. There's no extra suspense or intrigue. You simply made an easy fight, but longer. Instead, I recommend these 3 ways to improve your encounters. First, make your encounters with more at stake than physical well-being, or tie in a conflict of morals or personal conflicts into your fights. Second, I suggest giving the single big bad comrades or minions that tip the scale in his favor. But the third, most fun thing to do in my opinion, is to take what makes the characters powerful and give it to the monster. Because it's the most fun, and I really want to talk about it, I'm going to focus on adding player class levels to a monster in this video. If you want videos on the other 2 topics, just let me know, I'll make sure to keep that in mind. In case it wasn't clear, I'm talking about taking a monster, such as a dragon, and giving it levels in classes like wizard, sorcerer, or fighter. And before you comment, "A filthy casual, homebrew is for losers who don't know how to play the game." No. Here, I will use an adult red dragon for an example. They typically have around 250 HP and an AC of 19. While this seems impressive, a mid-level paladin can pretty easily deal over 40 damage with a single hit. So, you can imagine that with 5 or more players, the thing goes down pretty quickly. The main thing that stands out about this stat block is a lack of options. The dragon can claw, bite, or slap you, and it can breathe fire, but that's about it. Where are the abilities that represent a dragon's speed? Where's a red dragon's famed bloodlust and wild rage in the stat block? It's missing. This is what we will try to add with our player class levels. First, in the lore, red dragons are known to fall into an unyielding rage that leads to the decimation of vast areas of countryside. However, there's no mechanic in the stat block that emulates this. Now why don't we add it ourselves then? The barbarian gets access to a rage ability that allows it to deal slightly more damage and take a lot less damage from the puny metal toothpicks that a group of adventurers wields. And since dragons are known to lose control of rational thought during these bouts of rage, let's throw in another level and give it the Berserker subclass, for just a little extra kick on each of its turns. This extra attack gives the dragon a better action economy against a large party and lets it stand a fighting chance. However, these massive beasts are also able to shrug off a minor blow, and can attack with incredible speed. If you're familiar with D&D, you would recognize these as traits of low-level fighters. Taking 2 levels in Fighter allows the dragon to surprise the party with a surge of vicious strikes overwhelming low to mid-level parties, and posing a threat to higher level ones. Also, the feature Second Wind is gained, which allows the dragon to shrug off tiny hits, like it should. Also, the dragon gets a fighting style. The scales count as armor, right? Yeah, sure. We'll give him the defensive fighting style for an AC increase of 1. In all, we have only raised the dragon's health by around 50, which is a single turn of damage for most high-level classes, and the AC has been raised by 1. Once again, even a low-level fighter with no magic can reach an AC of 20 with full plate and a normal shield. So overall, we haven't absolutely broken the dragon. However, we did add options for the dragon to use in various situations. Rage effectively adds a phase 2 to the boss fight, without having to homebrew an entirely new monster. And the fighter abilities will spice up the encounter by catching your players off guard. This stops metagamers from ruining encounters and keeps your party on edge during every encounter, instead of looking at the core monster's stats and walking all over it. Feel free to use the dragon made in this video, but you can apply this to any monster your party may face. For instance, Maybe the aforementioned Kraken has made a deal with the Deep One in exchange for Eldritch Magic. For Eldritch Magic. Or the Basilisk the party is searching for is incredibly stealthy. Challenge your players by using the very thing that makes them so powerful. I would like to go against this also and say, do not target the weaknesses of your players. That makes the players feel targeted and makes them feel like the build that they made is completely worthless. Instead, if you feel like you want to challenge your players directly, challenge their strengths. An overwhelmingly strong barbarian should meet an overwhelmingly strong opponent so that they can feel that they're testing their character's mettle. What? You watched the whole video? Well, guess what? You have not seen the fine print at the bottom of the 3-second mark because you're now contractually obliged to subscribe. I know I tricked you, but hey, making crafty deals is another topic to touch on. Someday. As always, hit all the buttons down below. Like if you liked, subscribe if you liked as well, I suppose, if you want to see more of the content, and comment. I'd love to talk to you guys, and I'm trying to build a relationship with the community that we're making together. I'm going to make this week's off-script section a little bit shorter. I just wanted to say thank you so much. A lot of people expect with YouTube that it'll blow up immediately and they'll be famous or whatever. I'm not looking to be famous. I just want a relationship with you guys. I just want to enjoy making stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So hey, if you made it this far, you probably did. And I just want to say I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate that you're here. But more importantly, more than anything, stay nerdy. Y'all have a great day.